welcome. I'm so excited to get into today's video. As we're going to get into is a starter home, base game only, home. How many times can I say home? I don't know. But in this home, I just really wanted to add a little more of my touch, my colors, more pastels, because I noticed with a lot of base games, homes or rooms that I've been doing, browns are definitely more of the go-to. So in this house, I was challenging myself to be able to incorporate more like pastels. I was able to incorporate some, which you guys will see, but it's also a starter home and it's also just base game. So a lot of it was limited, especially in cost. And I did kind of have to switch some stuff out in order to afford some other things for you guys. But it's a base game, and it's literally just your starter home, so you better make some money real fast, is my opinion, or at least my thoughts on it. So I think without further ado, let me just show you the house. So with the plan for the exterior, I honestly didn't really have much. My goal, at least with doing all these speed builds and just builds on my own time, my goal is to hopefully get a little more creative with my builds. Hopefully just not just making standardized homes, but more since giving my own style at the same time. So for the exterior, it was mainly, I don't know, like you can see, I knew I wanted a balcony. I knew I wanted a bit of a unique shape. So I tried to add like the different angles, different sides with different variants of shape and whatnot. I kind of like the exterior and like how it ended up looking. Obviously, we're still on a budget. So let me know what you guys think on that. As you can see, I'm incorporating the balcony. I wanted to add height just because it is a smaller home. It looked weird when it was a taller height, so I kind of kept it the shorter height while also elevating the home. For the balcony, it's just short. I thought it would be cute. Add a little extra variation to the house itself. As for the roofing and also the exterior wallpaper, took me so long to figure out like the colors that I wanted. I think that's the part you guys are gonna see me struggle the most with. The other thing is windows. I knew I wanted to use those windows that opened up, but for me at least, I think not necessarily like I struggle a whole lot, but especially with these starter homes and the starter budget, and especially base game too, is the money. Money is always an issue in my building. If you guys watch me build live, especially, you guys know how quickly I tend to forget how much money I have. But yeah, so that's a whole other spiel. But as you guys can see, this is where I'm experimenting the different like colors. I especially knew that I wanted like these brighter, like pastel-y colors. I just wasn't sure which ones matched well and looked right, because I really like the roof tiles, but the issue was trying to match the color, and especially in the lighting. That's the another issue that I had with this build was the daytime. I kind of swapped it, like kept checking like different times a day, but unfortunately it's just kind of hard, it was hard to see in the overhead lighting and the angle of the house, and then just trying to match it. But I think I ended up doing pretty well. This is not the final colors that I chose. At least I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure I changed it again, but I want to make sure I do landscaping. I personally love landscaping in general in The Sims 4. I find it really relaxing. I like to put I think I had some music on while I was playing this. I just jammed out some music while I did some landscaping. Well, the whole entire build, but typically that's what I like to do. But yeah, so the exterior wise, it does change quite a bit. I think I add those purple flowers, and then I was like, okay, I don't like the colors at all, which I find the fun part of like landscaping is kind of color matching at the same time. But it's very simple. It's nothing extravagant. I wanted it to be something that people can add to. Like, it's a starter home. Obviously, your starter home isn't what you want your end home to look like, but I wanted to make sure it was spacious, that it had bright colors, and hopefully you guys can see that all incorporated. Now for the interior, you guys can see kind of the layout. So there's going to be that front area, which is going to be the kitchen. The side on the right, that bigger room, will be the living room. And then we got 2 bathrooms I wanted to incorporate. The bathrooms the layout changes somewhat just because I was going to use that bathroom hack that you can utilize when you're using tiny homes. But then I was like, it's not a tiny home, it's a starter home. So I changed the shape of it. Plus, we're very fortunate, that I was able to add 2 bathrooms. It is a starter home, so we could have, if you wanted to have an infant or a toddler, you can change out that bathroom to be something for them. Was my idea. But in this build, I didn't really want to do that. I was just imagining, I was trying to stay away from that because I'm personally somebody who loves generational stuff, but I know not everybody is. Some people just like having the one sim, and I wanted to be able to have a home like that for people who wanted to have a home for that. Yeah. But now you're going to see the layout a bit better, I feel like, with the tiling. The lights do change. I was hoping to utilize some fancier lights But our budget became tighter. Like, I couldn't incorporate a TV, and I was just like, okay, well, we want a TV, otherwise this place is very naked. I don't have anything for, like, skill building. I don't have, what else I mean, I added a bookshelf, but that's about it. So, like I said at the beginning, you're gonna have to get a job really fast if you want to incorporate anything. But yeah, so you guys got to see the kitchen. I do eventually downgrade the kitchen's appliances because unfortunately, like I said, we weren't able to incorporate quite a lot, and I wanted some decoration. I wanted, like, at least a TV and a bookshelf. So a lot of these items you're gonna see is gonna swap out somewhat. So this is the not the bathroom. Hello. This is the bedroom. I wanted to be able to incorporate a double. What is it? A double bed? A larger bed? Single bed, and then double bed? Is that what it's called? Oh my god! Please comment down below. Cause why is my brain like not remembering what I want to? Well, because my brain's like, oh, it's king, queen, but no, it's a double bed. I want to incorporate that bed, is what I'm trying to say. A big bed, so in case you guys wanted to woohoo. As you guys know, I do like to incorporate woohoo spots. But that's also because I'm a family-oriented person. But hey, if you're single, living alone, why not get yourself a nice big bed? Now this is where you guys are going to start seeing, like, the bathroom, especially, it changed. And this is where I wanted to start incorporating decorations, or at least, like, I didn't want it to be bare minimum is what the issue is. Eventually, I'll show you guys another base game build I did, which is already posted on my gallery. If you guys want to know my gallery name, it is Athena's Village. And I'll post that down below also for you guys. If you guys ever want it, just ask me in the comments, and I can definitely let you know if you guys can't find it or something. But yeah, back on to what I was saying is that I just realized that it was, like, it was naked. The room, every room barely had any decorations, and I ended up having to add another sim to the house so we could have the extra money for that. And in this one, I wanted to be able to incorporate that, so I built a smaller lot. Although, in my opinion, if you really want more stuff, you're gonna have to go even smaller. So I might try it again. Practice makes perfect, right? So I don't know why, like, currently, especially, that I'm so obsessed with making base game homes. I think eventually I want to try next is doing a kits. Like, I want to see if I can build a starter home. I'm not sure about a starter home. At least build a home with just kits. It would probably be a starter home, but maybe not after seeing the budget wise, because I don't budget, so I don't really know how much items are, especially in kits. But kits are newer, so maybe they're more affordable in, like, base game, because I know with a lot of items, although I don't know if they fixed that. Let me know if they have, because obviously, like I just said, I don't really keep track with prices. But I'm pretty sure the base game was, like, the one that was the least, like, budget friendly, in my opinion, at least what I recall. But yeah, so the flooring changed quite a bit. As you can see, like, the color combinations was just not as well. I wanted those vibrant colors, but I've noticed, like, especially with base game builds, like I said, a lot of browns come out, so a lot of the colors become more muted, and they're not as vibrant as I personally usually like, in at least the builds that I make for my personal taste. But I feel like we did pretty well. That's what I was saying at the start. You guys can kind of see it. But yeah, so here's where the browns definitely kick in, and where I ran out of money. You guys can see I'm at literally 0 simoleons, and I was like, oh, okay, I like the house, I like where it is, but eventually you guys can see as I go in, I'm like, okay, nice, lovely, but my house it's naked. I don't even have a TV. I really wanted a TV, so this is where I'm kind of swapping out items. I swapped our bookshelf for something cheaper. I think I eventually swapped that's where I swapped the lights. I think I eventually swapped the lamp. Because I added the penguin TV, but I'm like, who wants the penguin TV? I feel like the penguin TV is for, like, a kid's room if you wanted to incorporate that. Although, don't get me wrong, I looked at the colors of the penguin TV, and it's actually really cute. So I was very tempted, but then I was like, no, this build's not for me. It's for people to download if they want it. But yeah, so now I think it's about time to get into the final tour. Although there's not much to see. Okay, so here's the final look of what we ended up choosing, especially for the outside, the paint. I know I mentioned that the roofing, the tiling, roof tiling, and then the wallpaper was definitely a struggle, but I do end up loving what we end up picking for our final look. No, I don't want this. Thank you, though. As you said, it definitely has a lot of potential. Like, you can definitely add more, like, gardening stuff. We do have 305. My like initial goal was to have some money to spare, so your Sims, especially so your Sims can eat or do any of that fun stuff that they need to do to survive. So now to get inside, so you guys can see what we, because obviously it's a speed build, so you guys can see. We have like zero decoration in here. We have a 2-seater because it looks so sad to have a 1-seater, so I incorporated 2. We have like a nice little dining area. But yeah, so no decoration. Obviously, you could see I used columns to section off the kitchen from the rest of it, just because the kitchen was so small. I didn't want to do all tiles, so I kind of left it like that. The bathroom is pretty straightforward. I guess you guys could kind of see the decoration that I incorporated. Obviously, it's not necessary, so you obviously can sell that. See if you want some more money for something else. I didn't really think that through when I was building it, but it's there. I've uploaded it. I don't really want to change it. And here we have is our little living room with an office space where you guys can get a laptop if you guys end up doing any career that needs to utilize that. Obviously, if you want to rearrange it, you can make the living room bigger. You can move the office into the bedroom. I just feel like there's so much different ways to incorporate to add more to it when you have more money. And then as for art, you could kind of see I just incorporated this leaf painting. It kind of gave me the feel for when you move into a place that was pre-decorated, and that was left there. So that's kind of what I utilized. And then we have is our bedroom, a dresser, and a plant, and a mirror on top. At least I incorporated the mirrors. We got the secondary bathroom over there. And as you can see, for the pastel colors that I end up utilizing to make this kind of kawaii in a sense, which is definitely more the style that I personally like. We have the peaks. I incorporated the blues. I try to stay away from darker colors. Obviously, we have the wood tone furniture and whatnot. I definitely could get on lighter with that, but it kind of just contrasted well with the colors, in my opinion, that we utilized. And that's my own personal opinion, but I had a lot of fun trying to challenge myself to not only to make it more of a pastel colored home, but also staying within a starter home and then also base game. So that was a lot of fun to be able to utilize and incorporate. And then also all the other ideas that I mentioned previously with single sim especially, and having it still nice in a smaller of a home. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and yeah, that'll be it for this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are new to this village, welcome on in. I enjoyed doing this a lot, and I'm probably going to be doing a lot more build challenges because as of right now, I don't know why, like I said, I'm obsessed with doing base game builds and challenging myself with that. So I definitely have a lot of other ideas that I'll be incorporating. I'm not a builder, so I'm sorry if I don't have the hacks, the tricks, and whatnot. Obviously, I would love to hear those from you guys, and hopefully through all of this, you guys can see my personal growth with it and still also enjoy it. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye!